Hi, I'm Kerry Too Smooth. If you're brand new to this channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you're always notified when I'm dropping new videos. I don't want you to miss out. If you're struggling with how to come up with different riff ideas, I'm going to give you a couple different, well, not even a couple, I'm just going to give you an idea. So when I'm thinking about coming up with riffs, I want to try to make it as simple as possible. What I mean by that is, I'm trying to figure out how can I get the most out of what I'm doing in a limited amount of time. And I want to be trying to think of like all these different like movements. I want to try to keep it as simple as possible so that way I can duplicate it and do it as often as possible. So this is just a concept. This is just an idea of what I normally do. I look at a chord, usually a minor 7 shape, and then I'm trying to figure out how can I dissect that chord to break it down and give me what I need. So here's an example. So I'm playing like a D minor 9, I'm sorry, D minor 7. And that chord, I'm saying that there's certain shapes, even when I do my hammer on, in that particular movement, I'm going to use those notes to come up with my riff. Thinking like musically, like I'm thinking of as being a singer. I'm not a singer, but like trying to think of the mindset of this is a melodic instrument. I want to be a singer, so I see that D minor 7 shape. I'm hearing that note. I'm thinking of the next movement. That's kind of like a cool kind of riff idea that I can use in order to kind of make a full progression, because I'm using a lot of notes that are already in that particular framework of that chord. And then I'm looking at it too, like I can use that minor pentatonic shape. So I'm using, in my mind, I'm thinking like if I'm thinking theoretically wise, I'm in the key of C, right? I'm doing the movement off of that too, which is that D minor, but I can also do some of the same minor pentatonic shapes off of that A minor. I'm using that same shape. And then if I like decide I want to like, put a little overdrive on it, that's going to definitely help color up that like, making that, because the overdrives and the different pedals is what kind of sets us apart your tone. That's what's going to help you sound like really good. So if I'm doing some overdrive. Now if I want to add a little delay, that's going to make it sound even greater. All of that stuff like adds with the dynamics of how you want your sound to sound. But the concept is what it is. It's me thinking of, I'm looking at that D minor 7 shape. Like practicing using the same chords, but using that same riff to kind of connect and tie all those chords together, it's really going to be a game changer. It's going to help you start to see how you can come and start developing riffs off of chords that you're already playing in the progression. So use chords that you're already playing in the progression and start figuring out how you can come up with like 3-note melodies or 3-note riffs. You don't have to come up with a whole complicated like system of I've got to blaze and do all this other stuff, because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to have that much time to try to fit all that stuff in that space. Start to dissect it to make it more simple for yourself so that way you're able to duplicate it all the time. Let me take a pause right here. If you love the stuff that I'm doing, please drop a comment. I want to definitely read your feedback. Your feedback is greatly appreciated, and I don't want to take that for granted. Also, for those that want to do an even deeper dive, I suggest you go to kerryscamp.com and just really lock into that. I'm going to be your mentor. I would love to help you unlock this fretboard and allow you to play the way that you've always wanted to play. So if you want to take a deeper dive, go to kerryscamp.com. So let's get back to this. When developing riffs and trying to come up with different riffs, keep it simple. Use the chords that you're already using and like pick out different notes that are in the chord. Like today we're using, for an example, the minor 7 shape, right? That D minor 7, we're playing in the key of C. So that's going to be that 2. So I'm looking at it as 2 and 6. 2 and 6, right? So So I'm doing that D minor and that A minor. I'm using that particular riff off of that D minor. This double stop movement is another way that you can come up with some riffs. Using like the minor pentatonic. All I'm doing right there is I'm just walking down like in that minor pentatonic. That soulfulness, that whole walk down. That soulful stuff is into that minor pentatonic. So find yourself whenever you're trying to come up with riffs, making it super simple. That's going to be the easiest way for you to remember. Remember, you don't have that much time a lot of times to come up with these riffs to fit them in a song and a progression. You're just not going to have that much time unless you're just soloing or doodling. But do this exercise. This stuff that's going to really help you like fine tune how you play. It's really going to show you that, look, there's a lot of stuff in these chords already that I can use in a short window, in a small window, and really fit this stuff in. It's going to make a huge difference. Hopefully you enjoyed that lesson. Like I said before, if you're brand new to this channel, click and subscribe. Also, for those that don't know how I teach, I suggest going all the way through this particular video, watching it from top to bottom, then watching it again, making notes so that way you can pick up on all the stuff, because I put a lot of information in this stuff and I don't want you to miss out on the valuable information that's in this video.